One of the biggest lies in real estate is that keeping more commission means making more money. And honestly, a lot of agents don't realize that's not the case and that there are hidden costs until they hit that wall. There's nothing wrong with being a solo agent. It's just important to know what you're getting into and some of the signs that you're plateauing or you're burning out in advance. That way, if you're going to stay solo, you can make adjustments for yourself to prepare for the future without just throwing in the towel altogether. I've seen way too many great agents get burnt out, hit a wall, and give up on a great business they've grown without looking at some other alternatives. So in this video, I'm going to look at 4 hidden costs of being a solo agent that most agents don't think about until they're so far into it that it's really hard to make any changes. So whether you're a new agent or a veteran agent, taking a step back, pausing, finding a quiet space and thinking about some of these issues can really put your business in a better position, give you a little bit more freedom, and help start to grow and gain momentum in your business and scale appropriately. So the first thing I wrote down 4 things. First thing I wrote down is the trap, right? At first, it feels manageable, right? You're starting off small. You can handle the CRM. You can handle scheduling your showings and doing all your admin work and negotiating, doing all the things, leasing, sellers, buyers, commercial, talking to vendors, building relationships, lead generation, right? Doing it all in the beginning feels okay and manageable because you don't really have too much business coming in, right? Then as you start to really ramp up your business, you feel a little bit stuck because now you've always done it this way. You start to really plateau and get stuck in your current production, right? Every day starts to feel like a struggle. You wake up and you immediately feel the overwhelm of everything you have to do that day. So that first cost is the trap, right? You don't even realize it's happening until you're almost stuck. The second thing I wrote down is the opportunity cost, right? Let's just flip it a little bit. If you're spending just 10 hours a week on some of those tasks I mentioned before, scheduling showings, managing your CRM, creating all your marketing materials for your open houses or your clients, right? If you're spending 10 hours a week on that and you were able to leverage that, have some confidence in a system that could produce a great result for you, and you could take that same 10 hours and consistently put it towards listing, lead generation, prospecting for new listings, starting to create a consistent brand for yourself online, starting to build some strong relationships, in private, behind the scenes, with some important people to your business or your life. If you could take that, if you do that 1 week, you're really not moving the needle, right? But if you could take that 10 hours and consistently use it in that same way, week after week after week, what would that do for your business? How many more listings would you have at the end of a quarter or the end of the year, right? So that opportunity cost, again, it kind of goes with the trap. Like you don't even realize it's happening because you're just trying to keep your head above water each day. But that opportunity cost is preventing you from doing the very activities that are needed to scale and grow your business, right? So that's the second thing I wrote down. Third thing, the burnout, right? Every agent, they look successful on the outside. They look like life is grand, right? But behind the scenes, that overwhelm we talked about, because they're in the trap. They're doing it all themselves. They may or may not realize the opportunity cost. So on the outside, it looks good. They're selling a bunch of homes, right? But they know if they take time off or something happens, to them, the complete business shuts down, right? There's no one else to help, right? So that's the third trap. The burnout inevitably comes, or the third cost. The burnout inevitably comes after you start to feel yourself trapped, start to realize some of these opportunity costs, but really can't make a shift. Don't choose to make a shift, just kind of keep plowing forward, then the burnout comes, right? The fourth thing I wrote down is the shift, right? Agents who are able to break out of this cycle shift. It's a decision. They're making a conscious effort to change their focus. They're finding, creating, leveraging systems, whether that's help from someone else or doing it internally. They're leveraging systems to take away some of that admin, marketing work we talked about, so they can put all their energy and focus into those listings, into building those relationships and starting to build their brand. It's a decision, and you can't just, unfortunately, because it would be easy this way. It's one of the reasons why it doesn't work, right? The universe only responds if we make a conscious decision and go, right? It would be easy if you can just, dabble. I got a free day. Let me work on some of this good stuff now. But the thing is, to gain momentum and really develop a skill set, you have to do things in routine consistently, right? So just doing it here and there doesn't give you any traction. It doesn't give you any freedom. It has to be a conscious choice that you're going to change your focus and how you manage your day-to-day. Create some systems or partner with someone with some systems that actually will start to create the shift in your business. So if you're feeling plateaued or stuck, if you're in Connecticut, you're an agent in Connecticut, you're feeling plateaued or stuck, you're not going crazy. This is all called normal. You simply need a little bit restructuring how you go about your focus in your day. If you want to dive into this any further, I'm always happy to talk. If you want to look at your systems, your structure, your schedule, call, text, email. I'm always happy to talk. If the content was helpful, click subscribe. That's one of the ways that I can tell if the videos I'm putting out or the topic I'm putting out is actually helpful or not. Hope this helps.